Today we are going to work on body paragraph number 1. You always have to begin body paragraph number 1 with your topic sentence. You have to begin with a transition word or phrase. It needs to just be one sentence, and you're really just going to focus on flipping your thesis statement. Reason, then claim. So you can begin with something like first as a transition. After your transition word, you always need a comma. You can start with to begin or to start, but not all transitions are going to work, so make sure you choose one that will work for the first body paragraph. So if you remember, my thesis statement was, the extra money should be used for new classroom technology because it would help teachers reach students of all learning styles. So I'm going to take this reason, my topic sentence, and I'm going to start with that. Teachers would be able to help students with different learning styles if they were given new technology. So you want to reword it so it's not repetitive from your thesis statement, but it still gives the same idea. So notice we begin with a transition, a comma, and then we reword our thesis. Next, you have to give your first piece of evidence to support your reason. So you need to begin with a lead-in, such as in the article the author states, or in the text it states, or on blank website it says. Do not use I know this because, and don't forget citation, author or website title. So author's last name. So here's my first piece of evidence. I began with in the article by learnsafe.com, the author states, and then I gave my first piece of textual evidence to show that new technology helps students with different learning styles. I ended with the author's last name, or the website, learnsafe.com, learnsafe in parentheses to show where it came from. So here, I'll show you what it looks like on my outline. Here is what it looks like. Notice I indented. I have my transition, there's my topic sentence, and then I have my first piece of textual evidence, and I lead in by telling where it came from. Ended with citation. All right. Next is the most difficult part, probably, is elaboration. This is where you have to explain how the piece of textual evidence supports your reason. So you have to explain how your piece of textual evidence proves your claim. Do not simply restate the quotation. That's pointless. You're wasting your time by doing that. Tell me how that piece of textual evidence proves that the money should go to your choice. So I said the evidence proves that if teachers were given access to new technologies, they could help kinesthetic learners understand new concepts by assigning digital games and experiments. So notice I just did not reword the quote. I started out with this evidence proves. You can say something like this evidence shows, this demonstrates. I do not say I know this because. I do not use the word you or I or put myself in the writing at all. Okay, next is evidence number 2. Begin with a lead-in that you haven't already used in your paper. So like as published on, and give the website title, or the website blank says. Do not use I know this because, and don't forget citation at the end. So my second quote, I started out with as published on the KU School of Education website. I gave my quote about auditory learners, about how new technology helps auditory learners, and then I used the author's last name in parentheses after, the University of Kansas School of Education. Last is my elaboration number 2. So I have to explain how the piece of textual evidence about auditory learners proves my claim that it's important that the money go to new technology. I must not simply restate the quotation, and tell me how that piece of textual evidence proves that money should go to your choice. So this evidence proves another way teachers can reach another group of students with different learning style. If teachers had access to technology where they could create these examples, their auditory learners would benefit. And that is body paragraph number 1. Next, we will do body paragraph number 2.